Well, good morning, everybody. This has been out of shape. I was out in the garden in the place where I'm staying at while I'm waiting to rebuild, and realizing just how lucky I am to be where I'm at. And I thought while I was doing things, I'd do a little mail call and shout out to a couple channels. So let's just start with this, okay? I've won two things on YouTube. Actually, two things in my whole life, and they're both from the same gentleman. And that's Survival Junkie. The first was a Mora knife right before my first house fire, and I actually have that. It made through the fire. It's right here, and you know, it's a Mora. Can't go wrong with it. If I could open it, let me change hands. Right there, and it was in my vehicle. And also from him, ooh, let me back up, was this first aid kit, and I've actually already used it, so thank you very much. It's come in handy. And now the next one was from our friend Steve. I'm not going to say who. Everyone who knows who he is knows Steve, and we're not trying to expand his channel at all. And he sent this stuff for my boy because he had sent him a machete a long time ago, and it got lost in the fire, and he heard about it, so he sent all these things for my boy. And my boy keeps them in this backpack. It's just a tremendous amount of stuff, and my boy loves it. Saws. Here, I'm just going to pull it out because I don't want this video to be forever. Toilet paper, you know. He had to try that out, by the way. Shovels, batteries, paracord, candles, knives, you know, flashlights. Anyway, Steve, everyone knows you're a really good guy, and we appreciate you. And I know everyone who watches your videos watches them because you told them where your channel was, and I really appreciate that. Anyway, I'm going to take you guys on a little walk around the garden now, and maybe give a couple little shout outs to some other channels out there. This is right outside our little patio. Right on the other side of that hedge over there is an orchard that's got peaches and apricots and plums and nectarines, and that's the old orchard over there. I'm not going to even bother going over there. And table, fire pit. It's beautiful here. So let's go for a walk, shall we? Pick this up real quick. I'm taking a lot of cuttings from here. I recently made a cloning machine to do cuttings, and I'm going to take a lot of the plants here to grow up there in paradise, because, you know, paradise has nothing anymore, and I thought I'd do that. So I'm taking cuttings from, you know, all kinds of good stuff. Not that, because I'm not a fan of big giant crabapple trees, but everything else I just love. There's some azaleas in the garden. This is the kitchen garden, and the pit garden, and everything is overgrown. It is springtime here, and here's our herb garden. This is one of the most recent things I've done here, and this was a year ago. I have to prune and trim all these boxwood hedges, and they go on and on here. Little rose garden. Here's a butchering I did, but that'll all fill in this year. It was way too big. And roses. Lots of roses and roses. And this is the cone garden, but the cones are shaggy right now because I haven't trimmed them yet. I'm going to go out here. This is the sundial garden area out here. And it's shaggy. You can't really see what it is. Let's see if I can lift it up and get a better idea. A little crab apple in the middle there in the circle. And it goes off in rays in these beds. And then there's blueberries right there. And this is just a little bit of flowers. and overgrown everything. This is the garden house. I call it the fairy house. This is where we keep miscellaneous garden tools. And weeds. Boy, I have just not been active after the fire, so everything's getting shot out here. Trying to get caught up now. See, this is a path, believe it or not. It's like walking through a jungle. Alright, avocado tree. We lost the top of it this year. We had some pretty high winds. And I lost the top of it. This is California, so we can have avocados, which is nice. And here's some stuff that needs to be turned over this year. Second year of growing green out here just to turn over. Let's see, what do we have here? We got two old cherry trees right here. These are on their way out. They're kind of on the last legs. It makes us sad. Pomegranate. And then we go over here. This is the new small orchard, which is a couple peaches there, a couple pluots, plums. Down further is nectarines and peaches, a couple different varieties, early and late. Let's see. God, weeds are everywhere right now. Tomatoes we just put in a couple days ago. I have to run a new sprinkler system out here to these new drip lines. We do everything out here through drip that we can. But we've got a lot going on in this drip system here, and I've got to run a 3/4 inch line from over there out over here to about that point right there, because we've got the tomatoes here, we've got the avocados on that system, we've got the boysenberries on that system, so we need to get more water to them, more volume. The boysenberries are lovely. I love these things. And then more here. These are the peaches and whatnot. A couple new cherry trees out over here. There and back there. A lot of people don't realize that you need more than one cherry to produce enough fruit to make them worthwhile, if at all. Our burn pit, yes, this thing gets big, sometimes 35 feet across. Now out over here, let's see, we've got potatoes going here, we've got some yellow zucchini going here. Underneath here, let's see if I can take a look, see if there's anything going on. I don't know if you can see it through there or not. There's some cauliflower gone seed. I just cut that one last night. Got broccoli, onions, and then more broccoli down there. We don't have anything going in this one this year. We've just got some bulbs that we put in there last year to keep them alive. Now this row right here, beautiful pink flowers, just really draws the bees to our garden. We put that there about 6 years ago. There was a eucalyptus running along there, and we dug it all out and put that in. And boy, it's made a beautiful barrier. So let's see what else we have here. Compost. This is just leaves. You get plenty of that around here. This compost bin is about shot, but we still use it. And apparently we have potatoes growing in it. I'll have to check those out. This is our wood shed. And right behind these boysenberries right here are quince. And if anyone out there knows a good use for quince, be sure to let me know. Because the only thing they do around here is attract animals. Haven't been able to figure out a good way to eat them. Yep, more paths and paths and paths. Let's see, we're going out this way. It is very nice here. I mean, this is pretty sweet. This is our little boat shed. I just did a concrete pad here and put up this temporary tent. I'm going to do a little building here similar to the wood shed. This is the opposite end of the blueberry garden. All our paths and everything is overgrown. I don't know if you guys can get the colors and everything that I'm going on here. Let's see. This is what we call the redwood garden area here. And more boxwoods, of course. Let's see. Another table. I've got to get out here and uncover that and shred all this redwood mulch here. Other end of the herb garden. Let's see. Just transplanted these. Garden hose. A lot of that around here. I'm gonna go out over here. What I'm walking through right now, I'll come over here and close this door. I built this a few years ago. Get the hook undone. Built this gazebo a few years back. It was a lot of work. And it's getting overgrown. There, the redwoods are quite large here. Let's see. And then just recently, this fall, did these doors. That was a lot of work. Everything here is just a lot of work all the time. Gardens are a lot of work, people. Don't think that they're all just fun and games. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back over here real quick. Right here is our citrus. Some of it. We have mandarins and grapefruits. They're all picked right now. And then lemons. I'm not going to go back out into the kitchen garden where you can see most of it, but you get the idea. And then right over here, on the other side of the garage, we have, let's see, this is a chicken, actually, a topiary that we can never just keep pruned right because it grows too well. And this is another citrus. This is a mandarin. I'm going to walk around to the front over here. I'm not going to show you the mailbox, so here's more. Everything's out of hand. A lot of paths here, so. There's a little blue jay. What the heck's he doing? Anyway, this is a red bud. The blooms are all just dropped off. So it's clean. And then let's see. Front porch. I've got to take down this lattice right here and paint it. It's on my to-do list. And let's see. It's been a few years since I installed that, but that was nice. And that building that lattice was a lot of fun. You know, doing the curves. Man, and I have to repaint that. I did all this gardening, folks. You know, put everything in. Almost everything you see here, structural-wise, path-wise, plantings. I did all this. Here's some yew. I mean, to give you an idea, this area right here was lawn. And let's see. Back here was another lawn, but I'm just going around the back way. Overgrown, got some redwood that came down. Let's see if we can get this from the other direction here. Look how overgrown everything is, boy. Okay, now this whole area back here, this whole area here was all lawn. Anyway, this is the garden. It's growing like weeds, like the weeds out here in the orchard, the old orchard. And see, Oh, here's a greenhouse. Let's see what we have going on. There's another lemon tree right there. We got some hostas down here getting ready to go in. A variety of Charlie. Some more Charlies that need to go in. Yep. We've had these petunias right here have been growing and reseeding in this spot in the greenhouse. We cut them back to the ground, back to the back corner, and every year for what, 7 years now. And they are strong plants. Another tomato that I'm not sure where I'm going to put it. Here's some cuttings that I did for up in Paradise. Not the Charlie, it's just a floater. And then let's see, I got some peppers here. Another Charlie back there. And a coffee cup, that's a good idea. Must be from yesterday. So anyway, we have a mess. And it's continuously being worked on. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you all this since I'm walking around here and doing the mail call. This is a long video. Hope you guys don't mind. And I'm gonna get back over here where I started. I will shut it off. Yep, this was all lawn. And right over there is where I started. So, you know, it's a real pain in the butt here when you're working somewhere and you need a tool. It's a long ways to go to get one. Anyway, I hope you guys had a nice little virtual tour of our garden, of where I'm staying. I do utilize all this stuff all the time. And I'm back here. Now let's see. Oh, shout outs. Let me do a couple shout outs real quick. Alright. I'll do a shout out to Gun, Knives, and Beer. He actually sent me some stuff that I got right before the fire. I don't even have his address anymore. He's a great channel. He's up and coming, doing a lot of good things for the bushcraft stuff. Systemic Divide, where are you? We miss your Friday fun night. And Rob Panless, of course. Everyone knows Rob. Good guy down in Texas. Him and Wes. Check them out. You guys have a good time, all right? Keep breathing.